Hello guys, can you please confirm me whether audio, video and everything is clear? Welcome to Unacademy live NTA UGC-NET YouTube channel, and this will be a session regarding the Millennium Development Goals, which is a unit number 9 of the UGC-NET paper 1, that is People, Development and Environment chapter. If you can confirm, we can proceed further guys. Okay, I think people are busy. So let us go further. I believe the audio, video, everything is clear. Yes, hello Kamastri and Vamshi. So guys, as part of the Unacademy free sessions, yesterday only Unacademy has started by Ashima Negi ma'am. An Unacademy free platform workshop for the young leadership program has been started, which is useful for you. You can go through with the link which is given in the description to enroll to the session and get free session. No need to pay anything. It is for free to all. And NTA UGC-NET paper 1 live sessions will be there at Unacademy free platform guys. The link is given below. You can go through with my profile and you can follow me in Unacademy learning app as well as a website, so that you will be getting updates about my sessions. Now paper 1 Ignite batch course for the paper 1 yesterday only started by Ashwini Kumar sir at 11 AM only. He is taking a session and you can join in that same batch course to complete entire your preparation. I have completed already 2 chapters over there, communication and teaching aptitude, where you can start again and you can start afresh from the yesterday onwards only. It's the batch got started. You can join in Academy Plus platform to complete all 10 units of paper 1 as well. And in my profile, individual courses for the research aptitude is going on, and after completion of this research aptitude, ultimate course on ICT with theory and practice of previous year question will be starting on November 16. After that, complete course on marketing, which is for the management as well as commerce, will be starting on November 20. So this is a complete course on paper 2 commerce engaged batch course. You can go through with the page which is given below. The plus courses link is also given below, and you can see the review and preview, also the demo, and you can enroll to Unacademy Plus subscription. One subscription which will give access to entire all live sessions of paper 1 and paper 2 of any subjects of all educators. You can access under one roof. So this is my referral code guys, Shiva Vodnala or else shivaLIVE also you can use to get 10% off on the subscription. On a long term basis it will be useful for you. Hello Swapna, Chetri and Dristi, Vas, Nisha. Yes. Let us start guys. The actual topic for today is Millennium Development Goals. This Millennium Development Goals is part of the People, Development and Environment chapter of unit number 9 in the UGC-NET paper 1. What is this Millennium Development Goals? The meaning actually. In the September 2000, so actually every country objective is to protecting their environment. As part of that, if we are doing on a nation wise, like India is having a protection to the environment mechanism separately and other countries separately, then we cannot achieve the global environmental protection. So that is why all countries came together and they have established some goals to achieve the protection of environment goal. So that as part of that only these MDGs and SDGs came into picture. Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals came into picture. As part of that, we are starting first initially the goals which are Millennium Development Goals came into picture. In the September 2000 year, United Nations Millennium Development Goals are 8. Total 8 goals, that is having a total membership states or membership countries are total United Nations member state total 191 countries came together and they have agreed on the Millennium Development Goals for the protection of the environment across these 191 nations. And these goals, whatever they have decided, that has to be achieved by the 2015 year, and 2015 is the agenda. Now, the United Nations Millennium Declaration signed in the 2000, September 2000, commits world leaders to combat the poverty, hunger, disease, illiteracy and environmental degradation and discrimination against the woman. Various goals are there under this Millennium Development. Not only particular protection of environment, but also it is a remedial solution for the entire problems faced by different nations across the world. So the Millennium Development Goals are derived from this declaration and all are having a specific targets and indicators. So if you can go through in details of the indicators and the targets and 8 goals which are questioning areas from the examination perspective. So the Millennium Development Goals were revolutionary in providing a common language. You can see it is a common language to reach a global agreement between the nations. Those are as part of MDGs 191 nations. It is a global agreement between those which are having a common language to protect against the environment as well as the problems faced by the different countries. The 8 goals were realistic in nature and easy to communicate. Not much complexity is involved. Very simple goals. With a clear measurement and monitoring mechanism, we can identify and measure those goals, whether we have achieved or the progress we can identify easily. The MDGs are set of 8 goals. How many goals, guys? 8 goals. 8 Millennium Development Goals. In that, 18 targets are there, 48 indicators are there. 8 goals, 18 targets, 48 indicators. Remember this. 8, 18, 48. 8 is 2, 18 is 2, 48. So 8 goals, 18 targets and 48 indicators. These have to be achieved by 2015 year, which has already been completed. Actually, the Millennium Development Goals were set up in 2000 and the achievement year was 2015. These are the 15 years roadmap for the world development has been set by the Millennium Development Goals. Now, substantial progress have been made regarding the MDGs. The world already realized that first MDG of having extreme poverty rate by 2015. Already the poverty reduction or removal of the poverty, decreasing the poverty rate has been achieved by the first, which is the first Millennium Development Goal. However, the achievement have been uneven. Next, Millennium Development Goals are set to expire in 2015 because already we discussed the goal or ultimate final year to achieve all these 8 MDGs are 2015 is the agenda. 15 years roadmap and it is a plan for the 15 years totally. And after that 15 years completion, we need to have another agenda or not, where we need to continue our development, world development by these goals. So for 15 years, the Millennium Development Goals are being ended by 2015 year. So what next? That thought has been given before 2015 itself. So discussion of the post 2015 agenda continues. The focus is now on building a sustainable world rather than only these 8 Millennium Development Goals. They have made a broader scope for the thinking of this world development mainly. Based on that, sustainable world is another topic which came into picture on the post 2015 agenda, where environmental sustainability and social inclusion and economic development are equally valid in this sustainable world. Like not only these 8 goals, there are other goals which have been identified as part of post 2015 agenda. Yes, 8, 18 and 48. Now here the MDG fund contributed directly and indirectly to the achievement of the Millennium Development Goals. Contributed directly and indirectly for the achievement of the MDGs. It adopted inclusive and comprehensive approach to MDGs. The approach was guided by the Millennium Declaration. Now for implementation of all these, there is a fund which is required, correct or not? That fund is called as a Millennium Development Goal Fund, which is contributed by the member nations only, the member United Nations states only, the contributing towards the fund, which will be useful for the development and achievement of the Millennium Development Goals across the world. Next, the approach was guided by the Millennium Declaration. It emphasizes on development as a right with a targeted attention towards the traditionally marginalized groups with ethnic minorities and indigenous groups and women. Now, if you can go in detail, the actual part, which is 8 Millennium Development Goals are there. How many? 8 Millennium Development Goals. Goal number 1. Goal number 1 is that eradication of the extreme poverty and hunger. Poverty and hunger is the first one. Poverty and hunger. Second one is that achieve a universal primary education. For everybody, access to education should be there, and mainly primary education is mandatory for everyone. And promote the gender equality, no discrimination between the men and women, and empowerment of women is being concentrated in the goal number 3. Goal number 4 is that reduce the child mortality. Reduce the child mortality is the goal number 4. And goal number 5 is that improve the maternal health. And goal number 6 is that combat HIV or AIDS and malaria and other specified diseases mainly. Combat our war against these diseases. We need to decrease these diseases rate in across the member nations. And 7th goal is that ensure the environmental sustainability. 8th goal is that develop a global partnership for the development. Global partnership for the development. These are the 8 goals. Poverty and hunger, primary education, equality, mortality and maternal health, diseases, against the diseases and environmental sustainability, global for the partnership development. These are the 8 goals which as per the Millennium Development Goals. Now if you can go through with the, I told you 8 targets, 18, look at here, I told you over here, 8 goals, 18 targets, 48 indicators. So what do you mean by goal? What do you mean by target? What do you mean by indicator? We have to know. If you can go through with this, what do you mean by goal actually? What do you mean by goal actually? Goal is an high level objective for the global development that represent the political choices about the outcome that should be prioritized. Like it is a high level. What is our goal in this preparation for the UGC-NET? What is our goal actually? The higher level objective, which is a main priority, is called as our goal. Correct or not? So the goal of our UGC-NET preparation is to get JRF. So if I ask you the goal, you will say that yes, our goal is JRF. Now, if I ask you what is your target, the political and technical choices about what targets to aim during the specific time frame. In order to achieve my goal, I have to complete my paper 1 preparation by December and I have to complete my paper 2 preparation by January month. So this is my target to achieve my goal. That means this is my timeline. In this timeline, I am fixing this as target so as to complete and so as to I have to reach my goal called as an JRF. If I can complete all these in this time frame, then I can easily reach out to my ultimate final priority called as an JRF goal, right? So in this, yes, our syllabus completion. After that, what do you mean by indicator? What do you mean by indicator? After that, what do you mean by indicator? Indicator is nothing but the progress. The progress or a measurement of your targets and goal is called as an indicator. Like a technical choice about how a progress towards the target can be measured. Like paper 1 preparation is completed or not by December. Paper 2 is completed or not. That is what the indicator. How much completed? 60% preparation completed, 70% completed, 80% completed. How much it is completed? That measurement of a progress is called as an indicators. So with the help of indicators and targets, we will be achieving our goals. So that's why the goal is subdivided into different targets. The targets again subdivide into different indicators where our progress can be measured easily. Right guys, this is the difference between the goal, target and indicator. After that, the Millennium Development Goals and India Progress. Millennium Development Goals and India Progress. If you can see, 8 goals and their progress. Goal number 1, India first goal is that poverty. The first goal of the Millennium Development Goal is having 2 things, poverty and hunger. Whether in the poverty, India is on track. Yes, India is on track because that is there in the green color. In the hunger reduction, who are suffering from the hunger, whether that problem have been solved and how the India's position. India position in the problem of the hunger, it is very weak or very slow in achieving that hunger problem. Next, goal number 2. Goal number 2, achieve the universal primary education. India is moderately performing in this goal, goal number 2, that is about the education. Next, goal number 3 about the equality and empowerment of the women. India achieved the peak stage, that is, it is on track only, which is there in the green color. Reduction of the child mortality, India is performing at a moderate level, not at a high level. Next, improve the maternal health. India is underperforming, very slow in achieving this, improving the maternal health goal. And combat against the HIV and malaria and AIDS and other diseases. India for HIV, it got achieved and it is on track. HIV and AIDS, it is on track. But for the other diseases like malaria and all other major diseases, India somehow moderate in some diseases and somehow very slow in some diseases control. Next, after that, ensures the environmental sustainability. In that, mainly India is operating or performing at a moderate level, because integrate the principle and sustainable development into our country, principles, policies and programs which reverse the loss of environmental resources. In this environmental sustainability, India is operating at a moderate level, and by 2015, whatever the target that they made for the safe drinking water provision and basic sanitation, in some cases it is moderate and in some cases it is very danger or very slow in nature. After that, develop a global partnership for the development. So India is on track only on this goal number 8 of the Millennium Development Goals. Now, as part of this achievement made in 2015, now India progress is like other nations also in the same way it is there. Now in such a case, there is a post 2015 development agenda where if we can continue these goals further, we can achieve some more miracles also. Now, as part of that only, post 2015 development framework came into picture. Post 2015 development framework came into picture. What is this post 2015 development framework? Here, simple thing, only one. Post 2015 development framework is nothing but extension of the Millennium Development Goals. As MDGs were expired in 2015 only, now after 2015 some other goals are required. So as part of that, this post 2015 development framework came into picture. Now here, post 2015 development agenda is by the high level panel eminent persons. It is a process led by the United Secretary General, responding to a mandate from the General Assembly in the 2010. Actually, this post 2015 agenda has been started a discussion in the 2010 itself, because we have to plan in advance now. For the after 2015 we have to plan in advance. That is why the discussions were started in 2010 itself in the event called as an accelerate the program towards the Millennium Development Goals by the United Nations Secretary General. So on 30 May 2013, the HLP, High Level Panel Eminent Person Committee, has submitted its report, and they declared a new guidelines and new goals, new global goals and new priorities, affiliated targets, everything they declared in the 2010 in that decision itself, in that meeting itself. So after that, as part of that only, they mentioned and they renamed that post 2015 development framework as an sustainable development goals. Sustainable development goals, which were agreed on the principle at Rio Plus 20 summit. Rio Plus 20 is nothing but Rio summit in the 1992 after 20 years. That is in the 2012 year, Rio Plus 20 conference was held. In that only sustainable development goals, which are declared by this high level expert committee, have been decided in that Rio Plus 20 summit. So this is an intergovernmental open working group on the SDGs of the United Nations General Assembly. After that, the stakeholder consistently expressed their desires that post 2015 development agenda and the SDGs process converge to establish just one set of global development goals. One set of global development goals, and one of the main outcome of Rio Plus 20 conference in 2012 is that agreement by the member states to launch a process to develop sustainable development goals has been initiated in the Rio Plus 20 summit on the decision made by the United Nations Secretary General, high level eminent panel of experts. Got it? This is how it was. Hello Vikrant. Now, which will build upon the Millennium Development Goals and converge with the post-2015 development agenda. It was decided to establish inclusive and transparent intergovernmental process and open to all the stakeholders with a view to developing a global sustainable development goals to be agreed by the United Nations General Assembly. This is what the total history behind the Millennium Development Goals. Now, if you can see, I will tell you the total things how the post 2015 agenda came into picture. If you can see over here, in the 1972, one conference was conducted at Stockholm. That is Stockholm Conference. The name of the Stockholm Conference was United Nations Conference on Human Environment. So this was the initial thing. Establishment of the UNEP, that is United Nations Environmental Program, has been established in this 1972 at Stockholm Conference only. After that, in the 1990, United Nations Conference on Environment and Development and International Conference on Population and Development has been initiated in that 1990 year. After that, exactly 2 years, United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, UNCED, at Rio de Janeiro. This is also called as a Rio Summit. It was conducted Rio Summit in the 1992. So here the outcome were Rio Declaration on Environment and Development, Agenda 21 and United Nations Convention on Climate Change and Biodiversity, as well as the establishment of Sustainable Development Commission. Now after this 1992, in the year 2000, United Nations Millennium Declaration, which we have discussed, where the Millennium Development Goals have been established this year, 2000 year. And after 2 years, 2002, World Summit on Sustainable Development at Johannesburg has took place. This is called as a Rio Plus 20 Summit. Rio Plus 10 Summit. Now after that, in this Johannesburg, it has been discussed about a World Summit on Sustainable Development. Whereas in the 2010, I discussed high-level plenary meeting at a United Nations General Assembly on the Millennium Development Goals, which is discussed about the post-2015 agenda mainly. Post-2015 agenda has been discussed by the high-level plenary meeting in the 2010. Now the last one is that 2012. Which gave a birth to sustainable development actually originally. Look at United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, that is UNCSD, at a Rio de Janeiro. This is called as a Rio Plus 20 Summit, where they have taken a decision to establish the Sustainable Development Goals after expiry of a Millennium Development Goals. Like Millennium Development Goals will be completed by 2015 year. In the 2012 itself, they have taken a decision to implement or establish the Sustainable Development Goals. Now with this, what was happened? Millennium Development Goals beyond 2015, that is post 2015 agenda after expiry of MDGs, and here SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, both have been merged and they declared as an Sustainable Development Goals, which will be called as an post 2015 agenda. Post 2015 after expiry of Millennium Development Goals. Now look at need for the convergence between the Sustainable Development Goals and Millennium Development Goals post 2015. Both have been merged and they declared it as an Sustainable Development Goals. This is what the total thing, how the Millennium Development Goals have been initiated and how it got established and what is the purpose behind this. All these are coming under this Millennium Development Goals chapters. And tomorrow what we will be doing is that tomorrow we will be discussing about the Sustainable Development Goals and what do you mean by sustainability, what do you mean by the sustainable development, and on what recommendation this came into picture, what are the principles and SDGs goals, and moreover how to remember the Sustainable Development Goals in a story form we are going to discuss. The story is here. The story of the Sustainable Development Goals and the index of Sustainable Development Goals 2020 also we are going to discuss. The story to remember the Sustainable Development Goals. Tomorrow exactly at the same time 11 a.m. it will be there, guys. So don't forget to come to the live session tomorrow at the same YouTube channel in this Unacademy Live NTA UGC-NET. And do not forget to subscribe to Unacademy Live NTA UGC-NET YouTube channel, and please hit the like button if you like the session. And thank you everyone. We will be meeting, and you can follow me in Unacademy Learning app. The link is given below, and you can join in my Telegram group for the live quizzes and all. You can just search it out as Commerce Adda UGC-NET in the Telegram. You will get my channel, and you can join over there for all updates and PDFs if any. Thank you so much. We'll be meeting in the next class. Do not forget, our state set exam is 22 November. Admit code released. Okay. Okay, Commerce, Himachal Pradesh. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye to all. We'll be meeting in the tomorrow's class. And for the new members, do not forget to follow me in Unacademy Learning app. And if at all you wanted to complete entire preparation for the paper 1 as well as for the paper 2 of 10 units of paper 1 and paper 2 commerce 10 units, you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus platform. The batch has been started yesterday only, new batch for the 2021 examination, which is covering, it will be covering all live sessions of all educators. You can take, and recording also will be available if you miss the live, and you can put it in offline mode also. Full coverage of paper 1 and paper 2 syllabus will be there. Paper 1 topic wise practice test will be available. Well prepared complete study material PDF. Mark test for the paper 1 as well as quizzes to check your performance will be there. Live quizzes and mega quizzes and doubt clearing sessions also will be there. And educator support also will be there for you. So you can join this under one roof only. All the things are available. Just use my referral code Vodnala whenever you are joining the Unacademy Plus platform, and one subscription which will give access to everything. Thank you so much. Bye bye to all. Take care.